Glenda Mollet here. Welcome to my craft room. It is Catalogue Launch Party time. Woohoo! Let's enjoy walking through the catalog together. As long as I am live on Facebook. Come on, Facebook. Don't do this tonight. There we are. Oof. So it is time for me to share all the things and stuff from the new catalog and the online exclusives. I usually do this right at the beginning of the catalog, but of course I was out of town this time at the beginning of the catalog launch, and I just could not fit it into my day. Hello, Norma. Hello, Susie. So I'm doing it today. And then I thought, well, I'll do it on the 22nd. I don't know what I was thinking because, I was away for a week. Why would I do it 3 days after I got back? And I'm glad I waited because I got a few more samples in and I'm going to share those with you tonight. Hello, Janet. So my plan for tonight is to go page by page through the catalog and then page by page through the online exclusives. Now, you're probably wondering what is page by page for the online exclusives? I have a printable PDF for the May online exclusives, and I have one for the March one as well, if anybody needs that one. Hello, Connie. Hello, Holly. So if anybody wants the link to print this out, send me a message. You can comment here, but I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to remember to do it. So send me a message or an email, and I will send that off to you. It is got Canadian prices on it, but the numbers are still the same. So if you don't live in Canada and you still want to see it, I'll send it to you. Just be aware that the prices won't be right because, they're different everywhere. And I have got samples. I've got some of the products. I've got draws. I'm going to do 3 draws tonight. There's going to be a draw just for coming. There is going to be a draw for doing the treasure hunt. I didn't have many people do my treasure hunt this month or this time. So there's going to be a good possibility that you may win. Hello, Kim. And if you place an order, you're going to win a draw. So $15 product credit for treasure hunt and just for coming, and a $20 product credit for placing an order. And I'll explain all that as we go. Okay? Okay. Hello, Christine. So are we ready? Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up or hit those emojis and let me know that you are ready to get this show on the road. I am going to attempt to remain kind of organized tonight because one of these I usually end up with this crafter math afterwards that takes me 2 days to put away. All right, we got some thumbs up happening. Let's go for it. All right, I'm going to flip you around. Now, we'll see if that's going to be high enough. I might have to raise you up a little bit. Ooh, ooh. Janet's giving me a thumbs up. Christine says hand pink waving. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so this is the online exclusive PDF that you can print out that has all of the products that were released in May. Now, I do have exactly the same thing for March. And if you are a demonstrator, get ready because June the 30th, we have more online exclusive stuff coming, and I'm so excited. Calm down. Is anybody else like a kid at Christmas when Stamping Up brings out new product? It's like the first thing I want to do is order it all and play. And then I have to tell myself, you can't get it all at once. You have to wait. But Kim says, finger red number 1. All right. So if you want a copy of the PDF, either for May or March or both, send me a message and I will get it to you. Now, don't send me a message to my Facebook page because I don't always get those. Send them to my personal one. So to do that, just click on my name, Glenda Mollet, and send me a message. Ah, yes, Christine, I hear. Christine says, I love May, but have to go a little at a time. I hear you. I hear you. I do a list. So does anybody else do this? I go through page by page and I make a list. And the list is usually 2 or 3 pages long. And then I go back through the catalog again and I put asterisks beside the stuff I have to have right now. And with the annual catalog, it's usually the in-color stuff, the cardstock, the ink pads, the re-inkers, the markers, you know, the blends, all of that stuff, because you have to have the new colors if you're going to show the new colors, right? And then I go back through again and I mark the suites and bundles and embellishments and tools and stuff I want. And then I go back through a third time with the realistic glasses on and go, okay, this is what I'm ordering this time. So then I put a little 1 beside everything I'm ordering now and a little 2 beside everything I'm going to order the next month. And then whatever is remaining, I get as I can. All right. So the new catalog, they listened to us last time. You remember the catalog looked more like a magazine for a gardening company. And they didn't have a page with all the punches and they didn't have a page with all the dies. So they listened to our input and they have redesigned a lot of the catalog and I'm excited. Hello, Susan. Kim says I end up ordering way more than I should right off the bat because I too need and want it all. Yep. Okay, so we still have a bunch of stuff at the front of the catalog. There is about 34 pages. This one is important though, the icons. So if you see these icons in the catalog and you need to know what they are, they're on page 2. Then we have a table of contents and some blurbs and some more blurbs and some more blurbs. And then we get into the kits. Now, I don't have this kit. I know Norma ordered this kit. Norma, have you opened this kit yet? What do you think about it? And I had somebody else order it today at the in-person launch party because she wanted some sympathy cards. And these ones are all about sympathy. It is the Beautiful Blues kit. It's in the catalog, but it's also part of our kits collection online. And then the Heirloom Arrangements kit. I thought I'd ordered that one, but I don't know where it is. So I guess I just thought about ordering it. All of the cards in the Heirlooms arrangement kits are different. Oh, Norma says it's pretty. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me, Christine. Yeah, you don't need to see me. Christine just wanted me to remove my face. This one is, all the cards are different in it. And they're all got butterflies. So that one's on my list. Norma hasn't used it yet, but she opened it. And a couple of more kits. Now, these ones have been around a while. And then we get into scrapbooking stuff. And those of you that know me know that I have a scrapbooking class once a month. And I do scrapbook Saturday. So on Saturdays at 7:30 p.m., I take one of our scrapbooking kits and we work our way completely through it. So the first week I prep everything. Then the second, third, and fourth week, I do pages 1, pages 2, and pages 3. So at the end of the month, 4 weeks, the kit is complete. So the one I'm starting Saturday is, so there is, what's the name of this one? Memories in Blue. Then there is Turtley Suite. This coordinates with our Turtle Suite. And then there is Weekend Adventures. Now, these all have different price points depending on what they have in them. they all make 6 pages, so 2 double page spreads. Celebrate Together. This is the one I am starting on Saturday. So if you catch me at 7:30, we are going to start to prep this kit. Now they come with everything except adhesive. They have step-by-step instructions on how to cut everything, and then step-by-step instructions on how to put them together. And they come with photo placeholders too, so you know what size your photos need to be. Now, if you take a class with me, you get the kit and the leftovers after I prep all of the stuff. So I do all the cutting for you, and I package it up neatly in packages for page 1, page 2, and page 3. And then you come to class, or we can do it online, and we do them together. So it's really fun. So that's starting Saturday. And then we'll be doing that one. We haven't decided if we're going to do July and August yet. We'll decide that on Sunday when we get together for our June one. We stopped last year from between July and August. We didn't do them because we were busy, but we'll see. And then we go on to quick and easy options, which is all of the ephemera packs. And I don't have all of them, but I do have. So these ones have been around a while. There's also, you know how they gave us card templates? So then those will come later, but they gave us tag templates this time and scrapbook page templates. Hello, Nadine. Welcome back. We've missed you, girl. And then I have this celebration expressions, memories, and more kit pack. So it's a little bit different than ephemera packs. Oh, I should show you I can give you a sneak peek of what one of the ones is going to look like in now I don't remember whether it's online exclusive or it's coming in the September holiday catalog. But if anybody wants to see it, let me know in the comments. Say, yes, I want to see it, and I will get it out and show it to you. It's Words ephemera pack. So this one is just the cards. So you get 3x4 cards, and you get 4x6 cards. And you can use these in scrapbooking, or you can use them as card pieces on your cards. See, they're double-sided. And you get 5, 6 of the same ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 of those ones. But these ones are really cool because if you have a card, hang on. This is a regular size card, and you can put one here like this, and then you can flip it over, use the other side, or you can choose another one and then do some stamping, or you can do it this way and do the same thing like that. And then look at this one, even has a saying on it. What a crowning achievement. So you would use that in a scrapbook. Oh, people want to see it. So those are the cards, Memories and More card pack, they're called. And you get 54 double-sided cards in 3x4 and 4x6 size. Look at me being all organized and putting things away. I'm so excited. Okay, let me get that ephemera pack. It is, oh. Kevin. Where did it go? Whoops. Avalanche. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is a sentiment ephemera pack that will be for Christmas, and it's in gold. Gold and white. Always want to see it. I don't blame you. So it has Happy Christmas, Merry and Bright, Season's Greetings, Different Ways, Merry Christmas. These are going to be fun to use. And these ones you get one, I think you get two sheets of each kind, but of course they're not separating. Come on. Oh, I did not know that. These ones are stickers, people. These are not just die cuts. These are stickers. So you get two sheets of each one. There's that one. And then there's this one says different things, but it still has Happy Christmas and Merry and Bright. So you get 2 sheets of those, and they're also stickers. And then you get 2 sheets of these ones. Oh, like Kim likes those, Susan likes those. Who else likes those? I can see a Christmas card class being for the winter creative escape. Yes. Perfect. Got my brain working already, and I haven't done the summer one yet. So those are coming, and I can't remember whether they said, I'm sure they said this would be in the September to December catalog, along with a new tree set. There's dies to go with this. I did not get the dies. I was not lucky enough. And then another stamp set. This one is called Charming Day. Let me get my note off of here and put it in the inside. So this one is a rubber stamp set. This one is also a rubber stamp set. Sign me up, says Norma. Look at this happy birthday in this one. I love this. So those are coming in September as well. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Lena says, awesome. Okay, now, one of the only ways you are going to be able to get a cloud cover ink pad is by purchasing this assortment of ink spots or buying a set of ink spots and the cloud cover re-inker and make your own. So, hello, Allison. Hello, Valerie. Valerie, yeah, I thought of you right away. What are they called? Oh, good idea. That would help, wouldn't it, Susie? They're called Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. And they are going to be number 166208. And I have no idea how much they will be. Sorry. So now these, I don't think I'll be able to mail these. I think they're too wide. Oh no, they will mail in oversized letter mail because it's 3/4 of an inch. Awesome. So if you are wanting an ink pad, a cloud cover ink pad, and you don't want to order 5 of these to make one ink pad, let me know because I bought extra and my In Color Club people are going to be getting one. So if anybody local wants it, or if you live in Canada and you want one, then let me know and I will sell it to you. You pay for the re-inker, you pay for the spot and the postage to get it to you. Now, what I'm trying to do, but I haven't found one yet, is I'm looking for anybody who has, locally of course, any of the old ink pads. You know how ours used to be, the fabric? They used to look like this. About 12, 13 years ago, they switched from fabric over to the foam. And there is a chemical reaction between the cloud cover ink, one of the they're having a reaction. One of the chemicals in here reacts with the foam ink pad, one of the chemicals in the foam ink pad. So that's why it's not working. I did order one because demonstrators are allowed to order them, but they are as is, so we can't return them if they're wrong. And mine turned out to be a gray one. But I'm going to take this and wash it out, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try everything. But I am looking for anybody who lives locally that might have one of those really old ink pads hanging around. You know, it's one of the old colors and you're not going to use it anymore, or it's dried up and you don't have the re-inker. I would appreciate you letting me know, because I will buy it or trade you something for it. I want to try and see if I can make a big ink pad, because it's really easy to rinse them out and start all over again. Okay, but if you want to purchase one, you can get them in a pack. It's Garden Green, Cloud Cover, Early Espresso, Real Red, and Petal Pink. All right. Layered Thoughts stamp set I have. I was given this free when I went to Raleigh for On Stage, which is our convention. This one is photopolymer. There is a word missing. Uh-oh. There's a word missing. That's not good. Oh, sugar. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank God. Okay. Apparently it needs to be cleaned. So you're going to have to bear with me for a moment while I clean it, because I don't want it to fall off again. So because they get dirty with the ink and what you use to clean them and the oils off of your hands. So you just clean it with a little bit of straight rubbing alcohol, let it dry, and then it sticks. There we go. Whew, that was close. So later on, I will show you, I think I'm showing you a card with it. It might be one of my class cards. I'm not showing you class cards tonight. If you came in person, you got to see some of the class cards, but I'm not sharing them tonight. But anyways, this one is that stamp set. And next, I'm going to skip the things that I don't have. So now we're into the Creativity Your Way section. So this is all the bundles and suites. Tim Holtz has a blank ink pad that is linen. Oh, nice. I don't order Tim Holtz stuff. Oh, you're welcome, Christine. For the tip for cleaning. Okay, so there is a sale coming June the 3rd to the 30th. It is called a Suite BOGO sale. So anything that is a suite or a product in a suite is going to be buy one, get one at 50% off. Both products have to be part of a suite, but they don't have to be part of the first or the same suite. And you don't have to buy the entire suite. You can buy pieces of the suite. But as long as they are part of a suite, they will be on sale. So, for instance, if you wanted the Florals in Bloom suite for $168, you could get, hang on till I find another, the Turtley Cute suite for half of $111.75. So the 50% off applies to the cheaper of the two. But if you don't want to get the entire suite, you just want to get pieces of it. Say you wanted the Sweet Blooms bundle, which I'm going to show you in a moment. If you buy the dies, Sweet Blooms dies are $45. The stamp set is $33. You would pay $45 for the dies. You would pay you'd pay $16.50 for the stamp set. So if you add those two together, it's cheaper than buying them at the bundled price. Okay, does that make sense? Do you guys understand when I say the whole suite or pieces of the suite? And they have to be pieces of the suite or they're not going to count. Okay, so Pretty in Florals. I have a whole bunch of stuff here, and I'm going to show you. I don't have both. Oh yeah, I do have both stamps. I was gonna say I don't have both stamp sets, but apparently I have the entire suite. Pretty Florals. Pretty Florals bundle. And Sweet Blooms bundle. So this is the one that has the words. Then there is the Florals in Bloom designer paper. So you have florals on one side and non-florals on the other side. And there is 6 pages. Why am I missing a page? Oh, there it is. Because I only had this much left of one. Oops. Oh, Valerie got to craft today for her brother. Nice. Okay, so these are floral and then on the back side, and I've used this in one when I did one of the fault line cards, and I've got them all upside down, but you know, you're getting the idea. And there's this one and there's that one. So this is the designer paper that's in this suite, and it's called Florals in Bloom. So this is this is something you can get at 50% off because it is part of the bundle. Hang on. I am bound and determined to stay somewhat organized. There's my designer paper pile. And then part of the suite is the 25 to 27 in color pearls. Now, I didn't think I was going to like these as much as I do, but they are amazing. They're not glittery, they're shiny, and they're very flat. They don't add much height at all to your cards, and they're in all of the new in colors, and they are part of this suite. So these you can get at 50% off. Okay, let me just put these back in here. And I am going to start an embellishment pile. So that's this suite. And I have a couple of cards. Now I made some of these. I've made these cards during our Facebook Lives. So this one uses pieces out of this paper. What paper? Florals in Bloom. Oh, what is this paper? Oh, yeah. So some of the paper you can use with the dies. So these, you can use the dies to cut them out. So this here from Sweet Blooms, that cuts this out. And then this, it also cuts out the stamp, but it also cuts out pieces in the designer paper. And then this one cuts out some of them as well. So that's where this one came from. That was cut. And these I fussy cut out of the designer paper. These ones I stamped. And then I just did this one with you the other day, the fault line card. And it uses the designer paper and the words. And the make and take I'm going to show you at the end also uses this die. Now, where am I going to start doing a pile for cards? Right here. All right. So that's the Florals in Bloom suite. Oh, so organized. And then we're going on to Turtley Cute. I do not have this. I did not get a sample. I guess there's one on the wall, and I didn't even look at my wall to get samples, but I can show you the paper because I have one share left from the paper share. So I could show you the paper and the ribbon and the embellishments, but this is also a suite. So this is available on the BOGO sale. So we have the Turtley Cute paper. And they're doing all sorts of funky things. Musical ones, drums and a trumpet and some kind of a stringed instrument, and then whatever those things are called. This one, ice cream, roly-poly on a bicycle. This is the swimming barbecue one. This one is a birthday one. And of course, they have non-turtle patterns on the other side. And then this is a whole sheet with all of these different card pieces that you can just cut out and put onto your card. Does anybody have the turtle suite? What do you think of it? So in the suite, I did not get the embossing folder, but I did get the ribbon because it was part of my product share. Oh, sugar shack. It was part of my product share. So I have a share left. Lena doesn't care for the turtles. Valerie says, didn't they do that a couple of years ago, the musical animals? I think they did. They weren't turtles, though. So this ribbon is shaded spruce on one side and soft seafoam on the other side. So it's like a two-toned ribbon. Nadine agrees with Lena. Don't care for the turtles. I do admit they're not my favorite product in the catalog. I do like the shades of green hexagons, though. These are really cool. I thought they were going to be more like sequins, but they're not sequins at all. They are hexagon, and they are plastic, and they have a little bit of height to them, but they're flat on the top. So you put these on your card, and it's not going to tear your envelope in the mail because they're not pointy. They're flat on the top. And they come in. Well, isn't that interesting? So they did put the colors of our embellishments in the catalog, but not on this page when they're with the suites. You have to go back here to embellishments. Shades of green are soft sea foam, granny apple green, pool party, and shaded spruce. So that's the colors that are in there. So that's that suite. And then we go on to Beautiful Gallery. I got half of this suite. I didn't get all of them. Kim's, oh yes, Valerie likes they would go well with your trees, Val. Kim says, I don't really like the turtles either, but like the hexagon, and she ordered them. Good. All right, so this one, I did not get beautiful motifs, but I have a couple of cards that I received in a swap to share you. I did get gallery, I have the designer paper, and I have the rest of it. So let me show that all to you. Let me just go right down that far. Okay, so this is the Gallery Blooms bundle. Oops, avalanche. So this is one of the featured bundles in my Creative Escape that's coming up on the 7th of June. I'm doing this one and Scenic Adventures, which I'll show you later on. This one does not have any sentiments in it. So I pair it with like Simply Said or something that has a lot of sentiments. Yes, Lena, those gems are really nice. So this is this makes a frame. So it cuts a big frame and it cuts a little frame, and then you get this piece in the middle. So let me show you a card that uses that. So this is also a suite. So you can get all of these products are included in the suite sale. So this is that. What did we call this card? The sliding something or other, the one I created when I did a paper pumpkin. I also did this card in it. And this is the frame. So you get a big frame, then you get a little frame, and then you get the middle. And I used the pressed flowers Pressed flowers, embossing folder. Oops. And I was watching a thing with the artist that created this, and she said that she created it to use it on the deboss side, not the emboss side. Weird. Kim says, I love beautiful motifs. The dies are amazing and have used the background stamps more than I thought I would. Yeah, they're on my list. They're on my list. So those are the frames for gallery blooms. Where was I putting my books? Oh, yes. Then we have the designer paper. Okay, let me put this away. If I put something away and you want to see it again, just let me know and I will haul it out. So the designer paper is called Beautiful Gallery. It is 6 by 6. And I'm going to show you all of the pieces. So we have this one. And one of the ladies this afternoon said, would that be pretty, just a frame around that and a sentiment? How quick and easy would that be? And then the other side is got just patterns on it. This one. And there's another one. This is a multiflora carnea rose. It's really pretty. The embossing folder is called Pressed Flowers. And I'll show it to you when I get to the embossing folder section. Then this one is a nice scene with a boat on there. Reminds me of France for some reason. I don't know why. Never been there. There we go. And some trees. And some more roses. Some boats. I like the back sides of these too. And some more roses. There's a cottage. There we go. So that is the Beautiful Gallery 6 by 6 designer paper. Then there is the Damask Design Embossing folder, and I will be using this one for my make and take, so I'll show you what it looks like. But that's part of the suite. So all of these things that I'm telling you are part of the suite. Are included in the BOGO sale. You're welcome, Susan. Then there is the Pressed Flowers motifs. Now, these are metal. And I have discovered, I store my embellishments standing up like this. They're in our stamp cases. And I have discovered that these are heavy enough that they fall off the plastic. Oh, Nadine likes that paper. They don't lose they're sticky. The sticky is still on there. It's just that the heavy ones tend to slide down off the plastic. But they're really pretty. They've got quite a texture. It's not a rough texture. It's a smooth texture, but they got some engraving on them. Come on, get in there. And then there's the ribbon. This is basic beige. Classic ribbon, they call it. And it's like a woven linen. And it's very soft and it's very flexible and it ties beautiful bows. Oh, I'm so happy with myself. I've been trying to stay somewhat organized, but it's working. Okay, so now I'll show you some cards. This one I received on the Disney swap from Linda Dulkey in Australia. So it's a different size than ours because they have a different size cardstock over in Europe. And this uses the damask, and she's used two-tone cardstock. And then, let me take it out of here. You probably can't see it. She used two-tone cardstock and then sanded it a bit so that it lets the white come through. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? There. And this is the Gallery Bloom stamp set. She did the spotlight technique. So I'll have to do that technique someday and show you guys how to do that. And I have to keep them in the envelopes because then I keep the names with them. So I can give credit when I show it. So that's Linda Dulkey. And this is one of mine. I think I did this at a Facebook Live. I do remember. So it's got the big frame on the outside, and then I embossed the little frame, and it is on another piece of white in behind, and then I used the fancy border dies on here as well. So that's one of mine. And these ones use beautiful motifs. So I got two that are relatively similar. This big die here and these two don't cut out, they just cut into, if that makes sense. This one is by Doreen Camilleri. She must be over in Europe somewhere. It's got a different type of phone number. Same size though. Oh no, it's European size. So yeah, she's over in Europe somewhere. But you can see that it just cuts into. So these kind of fluff. Isn't that pretty? You see that? I haven't got this bundle yet. It's on my I want list. And it does have background stamps and sentiment stamps in it. So when Stampin' Up! Does a bundle or a suite and they have one stamp set that has only images, they usually pair it with one that has stamps or sentiments. So here's another one that uses the same die. And this one has this background stamped in behind it. Can you see in through the plastic, or do you want me to take them out of the plastic? Nadine has it and says it's pretty cool too. It does flatten when you put it in. And remember that these came all the way from Europe. Virginie Julien, and she is French. It's kind of cool when I go away to these things and I participate in the swaps. I get cards from people all over the entire world. So there, you can you see that it's stamped in petal paint, no bubble bath in behind there. So it's very, very light. And then she used her markers and flicked the color on with the markers. It's really pretty. Lena says Edmonton 163. That's good. What were they playing? I don't do sports. I have no idea what's going on. Is it hockey? So those are the beautiful gallery suite collection and all the pieces. And we'll move on. Oh, my favorite suite in the entire catalog, the Kintsugi Inspiration Suite. This will be my class. Hockey, says Lena. Sorry, people. I don't do sports. Not at all. Okay, I have to put this back with my beautiful gallery paper. There we are. Okay, so Kintsugi. Hello, Rosemary. Kintsugi is going to be my class in August. So look for that coming sometime in July. Well, it'll be late June or early July. The cards are almost done. And no, I'm not showing them to you tonight. Oh, Valerie. Okay, so this one, there's dies. Let me get the rest of it out here. Oh, it's on this side. Hang on. There is dies that cut out all of this sheet. So they cut out the big ones, they cut out the little ones, and they cut out the flowers. So the whole sheet you can die cut. And I'm thinking that this class might just be product-based class so that you get some of the designer paper. And then, of course, on the other side, they had, so one side has got gold foiling on it, the other side does not. I wonder how many people are actually going to use the other side of this sheet. It's going to be difficult. So there's one sheet, and then this sheet. So just picture this. Oh, Rosemary's tempted, Lena's tempted, Valerie's saying, oh my God. Connie says, UJ. Uh-huh. I'm sure your fingers are typing something, but look at this. You cut this out like that, and that is the kintsugi method, the Japanese method of fixing broken pottery with gold. So they put the pottery back together and then layer gold in the cracks, and that's what you get. I know. It is stunning. So there's that. And then, of course, it's got beautiful patterns on the other side as well. And this one. I should just keep this die out so I can show you this, because you will need this. Look at this. Look. Look. Janet loves the sweet. I bet you ordered it. Did you, Janet? Rosemary just got her order with the paper. And then there's that pattern on the other side. You laid something on the keyboard? Oh, Connie, you're funny. Okay, and then this one. So this is Misty Moonlight that they've used in here. Misty Moonlight and white. And, oh yeah, they don't give you the colors in here. You have to go to the designer papers, which are back here. Basic Beige, Cloud Cover, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, and Petal Pink. Ooh, Connie's already played with it. Oh, Janet, you haven't ordered it yet? Okay, so there's on the other side is some Petal Pink. Like even this is gorgeous. Look at that. You don't even have to use the gold side. This is my favorite sheet in the entire package. It hurt. I made a card using this and it hurt my heart to cut into it. And there you go. There's a pattern on the other side. Now, don't forget, this is just part of a suite. You could get this at 50% off. And then there's this one. Look at that. Look at how stunning. Like, it doesn't matter where you put it on this paper. It's gorgeous. Look at this. Oh! And there's the other side of that one. So Glenda loves this suite. Gives it two thumbs up. And if I hadn't already ordered it, I would be ordering the entire suite, like Kim is going to do. Okay, and then along with the stamp set, so the stamp set also has the jars and the flowers, and these are the cracks. So you cut these, you can stamp it and emboss it in gold if you want, or you can cut it out because there's a stamp or a die for the lines. And then the flowers, the same flower that was on the designer paper, and it's got some beautiful sentiments. And look at this, it's got my word of the year, you inspire me. How 50% off? Okay, so starting the 3rd of June and running till the 30th of June, all the suites are BOGO, on a BOGO sale. Buy the suite or something in the suite at full price and get something of equal or lesser value at 50% off. But it also has to be part of a suite. So you can buy an entire suite. You could buy Kintsugi Inspirations, and you could buy Florals in Bloom. Say you wanted both of these bundles, everything. So you would pay full price for Florals in Bloom, and you would pay half of $107 for Kintsugi Inspiration Suite. That's the suites. But if you don't want to buy two, then you can buy the dies at $39, buy the stamp set for half of $26. It's cheaper than buying a bundle. Then buy the designer paper and get a second package for 50% off. Buy the embossing folder and get the embellishments for 50% off. So the embellishments are $11.75. The embossing folder is $13.75. The designer paper is $23. So it's all in how you enter it into your order, what you're going to get at your 50% off. And if you wanted the bundle and the paper and you wanted paper from Boho Vibes, you could do that. Or you could buy any of the embellishments, but they have to be part of a suite. If they're not part of a suite, they're not included in the BOGO sale. Okay? Okay. So this has this really amazing stamp, which is a spray of flowers. And I thought, what the heck am I going to do with that? Well, you can use it on. So I did something a little different on this card. It's one of the fault line cards, and I use gold foil on there instead of pattern paper. And then I cut the vases out of the designer paper and cut this out of black, because if you look at Japanese floral arrangements, they always have these sticks in them, right? So you can cut out one of these. So I used it down here kind of as a tablecloth to anchor the bottom of that, but you can layer them on top of the sticks and make floral sticks out of them. Hello, Wendy. I'm so glad you're home. What page you? Oh, sorry, Rosemary. I didn't see your question. So and there's that paper. And then when I went to Sunshine Club yesterday for our last one, Valerie Barker made this card as a thank you card, and they all signed it. And look at that. She used my favorite sheet of designer paper and my favorite bundle. And look, how she did her fault line on there. So she cut that out of gold and just glued it on top of the stamped vase. Uh-huh. Pretty cool, eh? Now, one thing I have not showed you is these. So these are called flower accents. And let me tell you, if you start using these, you are going to get addicted. So buy 2 packages. Buy one, you should be able to get the second one for 50% off, because they're part of the suite. And look at them. They have engraved on them, but they're not rough. They're flat and they're smooth. There's not a lot of height to them, so they're not going to add height to your cards. Yes, Valerie Barker makes amazing cards, and I'm so excited because she's part of my team and she's a wonderful stamper. So those are also part of the suite. And then there is the embossing folder. Oh, people, the embossing folder. Did I use it on my card? I did not. And I don't have a card here that shows the embossing folder, but look at this. Now, if you want me to run this through on some cardstock, let me know. And I'll keep this out just in case you want me to show you what it looks like. But that's the Kintsugi suite. It's called Kintsugi Inspirations. The bundle is called Inspiring Imperfections. Okay, next, because we're getting on in time. Oh, it's been an hour already. There's Boho Vibes. Look at this. Just look at these cards. They make my heart so happy. The only thing I have on the Boho Vibes is the muted palette dots. Now, where did I put them? That's not them. That's not them. That's not them. Oh, here they are. So these are in, find out what. Muted palette dots. Oh, where are they? They're not on this page. How am I supposed to know what color they are? Because it doesn't lift it. It doesn't list it. So we're going to have to guess by the colors that are in the designer paper. I don't have the designer paper. Boho Vibes. Where's Boho Vibes? Boho. Where are you? There we are. So it's Page and Craze. Nope. Cloud Cover. That's Cloud Cover. Daffodil Delight. Mossy Meadow. And Petal Pink. So that's the colors that are in. I ran glue through the gaps and put in gilded. Oh, Connie, that would be beautiful. Connie said she ran glue through the gaps in the embossing folder and put gilding flakes in there. That'd be gorgeous. I never did get those gilding flakes because I knew what my craft room would look like, so I didn't get them. But you could put the glue, Tombow glue in there, let it dry and put embossing powder and heat it. That would do exactly the same thing. So that's that's scrapbooking. Never mind. We got to go back here to Boho Vibes. So that's the only part of this suite I have, and I didn't get a swap card for it either. So this is the last suite. Now we're moving into the scrapbooking products. Now these are not part of the BOGO. They coordinate with the scrapbooking kits that are at the beginning, but these are do it your own way, whereas the kits are guided scrapbooking. Yeah, I bet you have a lot, Connie, because there was a lot packed in those containers. So these are designer paper, exactly the same designer paper, and stickers. And it comes, and you can get two-tone cardstock and a different stamp set. So there's that one. So this one, then there's Turtley Sweet One, and then there's Celebrate Together and Weekend Adventures. And then these are our new 12 by 12 albums. And there's the flip flaps, page protectors. Then two-tone cardstock. And I've used two-tone cardstock a couple of times. And I really like it to do different techniques. And you get a dark on one side and a light on the other side. And I don't even have any out here. So I can't even show you. All right, now we're going on. Look at this. Look, they used Kintsugi to make a scrapbook page. Notes and totes. Now, some people said to me, why in the world would you want that? Well, because it makes 3D things. And I love making little 3D things. And I don't know where the 3D one is that I made. But this was a card I got in the swap in Orlando. And it's kind of 3D. So she made it so that it's a pocket. So this is just a card front, apparently, from France. So she made it so that it is a pocket. And if you cut two of these, you can put them together and do a 3D tote. And then she's got the water bottle and the flask in there. And then you can just tuck some tea in there. This is very high protection sun milk. Interesting. It's vegan. So you can just tuck that in there, stick it on the front of a card, and give that to somebody who's, I don't know, a teacher when they're going off for summer vacation. And it's got a lot, the dies have got a lot of cool stuff in them. Let me show you the dies. So there's the tote, and it's got this kind of a handle, and it's got this kind of a handle. Then there's lotion, there's a water flask, there is starfish. These are little ends so you can put like leather pieces on your tote. There's a shell. These are glasses. And I wish I could find mine. Let me just check one spot. Hang on. Nope. So you'll have to wait to one of my Facebook Lives and I will show you how to work this. This is a fence. So there's the posts and there's the slats. This is the bottom to the tote. Then there's a water bottle, and this is a scarf to hang off of your tote. Yes, I'm glad we have a year too. And then the stamp set that goes with it. So that's notes and totes. So if you look in your catalog, there's the 3D tote right there. Can you see that? And there they've hung it off of a water bottle. And this, I like this one. It's got the fence in behind it. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, you're probably going, why in the world would you want that? Sorry, some days I have to get stuff that makes my heart happy. Okay, most days I get stuff that makes my heart happy. I had to go away for a bit for a mini emergency, but I'm back. Hope I didn't. Oh, no. And you can always watch the replay, Kim. Okay, coneflower. Oh my. I've been playing with this one lately, and it is fabulous. It has this die that cuts out 2 cones, and then you fold them in half, and you get a 3D cone. And then this one goes over top of this. But it's not ambidextrous. So when you're doing this, you have to play with which way it will fit the better, because they are meant so that when they fold, they're the same. Does that make sense? I can cut one of these out for you in a bit and show you what I mean. I don't think I have it in the card. So here's the stamp set. Has some really nice sentiments in it. Connie got it. So here's one card I made. This, I just stamped it onto Darling Duckling and then die cut some old olive leaves. The stem is stamped and the leaves are stamped in behind. Then there's that kintsugi embossing folder in the background. Can you see that? I can't tell whether you guys can see the embossing in the background. Let me move this out of the way for a sec, because I don't think my camera, I'm in the middle of getting a new phone. Anyways, I will do the kintsugi for you so you can see it. So that's one card. Let me put the envelope inside, and there's the inside. Even stamped by itself, it's still an amazing stamp. And then this one, I used this die and I cut 2 of them out. So these are all loose. And then I used kintsugi in behind there as well. And I put the butterfly on the inside. So that's coneflower. Coneflower. Then I didn't get Silly Safari, and I don't have any samples. This is the Extraordinary Flora, and this is the one that cuts out the washi tape. Apparently, Lena, I am inspiring Lena to buy. I did not get this washi tape. I've seen a few cards with it, and they're really pretty, but to me, they're like using ephemera, and I would rather stamp in color. But people that got this are doing fabulous things with them. You can cut it by itself, just lay it onto your cutting plate and cut it out with this die, because this die matches the washi tape. And then you can just peel them off of your cutting plate and put them onto your card. I've seen them on white cardstock. They're fabulous. I've seen them on, what other color was it? Oh, cloud cover. Somebody put it on cloud cover and it was really pretty because it cuts out a frame around the piece. And I've also seen it on window sheet. I've heard some reports that you can't use the thick window sheets because it doesn't cut all the way. But if you put it on there, then you can still peel them off of the window sheet. But I think if you use, you know, when you get a new photopolymer stamp set, oh, those ones are rubber, and you get the thin plastic in there, that would probably work. Valerie says, shh, I'm already way over budget if I get the ones you want. No, it's not my jam either, Nadine. And Rosemary agrees. Susan, washi tape is not my favorite thing because it tends to peel up a lot. So when you're using washi tape and you want it to stay, you have to wrap it completely around your layer and then tape it down on the other side. Otherwise, I found it lifted. So I stopped using it, and I use it now only to hold my dies on my paper when I cut on my cutting machine. Okay, these I got them. I know they are hugely expensive. You can get them in a bundle. So if you buy both of them, you can save 10%. If you're not a scrapbooker, these probably don't interest you. These probably don't interest you. So these are 2 1/4 inch alphabet letters. We've had 2-inch before. This is the biggest that I remember us having in the 19-ish years that I've been using Stampin' Up. And I can't wait. I want to do the, oh, what was that technique called? I said it this afternoon and now the word is completely gone. It'll come back. You know, when you cut the letters out, you have dark cardstock in behind, you cut the letters out of pattern paper and you pop them up on dimensionals. I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, you get 36 dies. And if you bundle them with the banners dies, so these are 135 by themselves. The banner dies are 55, but you can bundle these Eclipse. Thank you, Valerie. You can bundle these together and save 10%. So it's $171. And this is 20 dies, and they are all banner dies. And they got this cute little curvy action happening. Now, if you were watching, was it last night I was doing the card with a banner? I think it was. And I said, oh, darn, I was going to use the new ones and they're down the other end of the house in the studio. This is what I wanted to use instead of the one I used. Yep. They are big. And if you're not into scrapbooking, they probably wouldn't interest you at all. These are nice. And if you do banners at all, like, look at the size of this. You could do happy birthday or baby shower or wedding shower or welcome home, congratulations. You could do all sorts of banners and layer them and do all sorts of funky things. But I understand those are not for everybody. Okay, carrying on. Don't have anything for that. Don't have anything for those. Didn't get anything for that. Had a couple of people order this along the lines, excuse me, stamp set today. Didn't get that one. Valerie Tree. This is a big background stamp. These are returning favorites, so I'm not even going to go through those. What am I doing next? What am I doing? I don't think there's any dies in there. I showed you the embossing folders, the 2 new ones that I got. Those are all pretty. Those are the old ones. This is your designer paper, and I've gone through the ones I have. We got a lot carried over from the last catalog. There's the new in color papers. I do have those, and I can show you the patterns. So the patterns for all of them, the two in colors and all of the families, they're all the same, the pattern. It's just the colors are different. Yes, and would make a beautiful shape card, those dies. Connie, you're right. Lena got the dies. Yay. So there is 2 patterns on one side, 2 patterns on the other side in all of the colors. So if you get the in colors, you get 4 sheets. If you get the families, you get 2 sheets of each one. So there's Darling Duckling, there's Timid Tiger, there's Secret Sea, there's Cloud Cover. Look at this. Look at this. Is that not stunning? And even these two go so good together. If you use that and this, look at that. I love how our in colors this year go together. And then there's Strawberry Slush. Now this one is returning. This one we used to have, and it was really popular. So they brought it back. So those are all the new in colors. And I'll show you some cards when I go to do the make and take, because I'm using in colors for the make and take. Okay. I did those ones, these ones. So not only do the flat pearls come in the 25 to 27 in colors, they also come in the 24 to 26. Thanks for popping in, Diane. Diane has baby goats that she's feeding. So these are Summer Splash, Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, Pretty in Pink, and Peach Pie. Aren't they gorgeous? And I love how they're iridescent. That's the word I was trying to think of when I showed you the other ones. So there's the 24, 26, and the 25, 27 ones. Oh, what else do I have to show you here? Showed you the muted palette ones. Oh, there's the muted palette ones. Remember I said I couldn't find them? There they are right there. Loose gold sequins I did not get. So I can't show them to you. In color ribbon. In color ribbon. So there's all the colors. Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, and Timid Tiger. And then Misty Moonlight and White Starter Ribbon Pack. Now this is something that they have never done before. You get 1 yard of each one. 1 yard of Misty Moonlight and 1 yard of White. And they are kind of like a herringbone. I haven't even opened these yet. That's how recent ago I got them. So let me open up and I'll show you. I'll show you what they look like because they're both the same. So it's kind of like a herringbone on there. And it's very soft and it is 1/4 inch. So it will make a lovely flat bow on whatever card you want to. And I like the fact that you can buy 1 yard of each one. And with the white, you can color it any color you want. Now, I did see on Facebook today, one of the demonstrators used a blending brush on the on ribbon, and it worked out really good. So I'm going to have to try that. This won't go in there. Get in there, please. Thank you. So that's the ribbon. The rest of it we've had for a while. This is all stuff. And then there's the in colors. So I will show you the in colors, and then I'm going to quickly go through the online exclusives, and I'm going to show you how to make a card. I need that. Okay, so the in colors are Secret Sea, Darling Duckling, Cloud Cover. Now this one I couldn't, these ones I stamped in the colors. This one I couldn't because I don't have an ink pad. So I stamped it in Secret Sea, and then I used on Cloud Cover, and then I used my Cloud Cover Stampin' Right marker, not the blends, the Stampin' Right marker to add color to the flowers. And it didn't turn out too bad. Then there is Timid Tiger and Strawberry Slush. So there's the colors. Oh, they're so pretty. I've had a lot of fun with them this year. All right. Put that back over there. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So that's it for the catalog. Has anybody got any questions? Oh, good night, Nadine. Thanks for popping in. Oh, my catalog is coming unsprung. There we go. Okay. And I haven't forgotten that you want me to do this, but I can't do this until I get rid of this box that's beside me. Okay. Online exclusives. Celebratory Sips. I do not have the bundle. I have the paper. I have the... So these two that are in the online exclusives, the two suites, are also included in that BOGO sale. So there is the stamp set and dies, and I did not get it, but I've seen a lot of people making some amazing things out of it. And I did not get the Glass and Gardens embossing folder. I did get the gold striped ribbon. So I will show that to you. And it's really pretty, and I can't wait to use it for Christmas. Look at this. So it's see-through, and it's clear, and then it's got gold running through it. I can't wait to make Christmas cards. This is going to go really nicely with that suite that we still have, the one I did last year's Winter Creative Escape on. What was that called? Somebody remind me. I don't remember. Anyways, holographic resin dots. Did I tell you we did the paperwork for hubby's surgery and it'll be another 2 months wait? You mentioned something about it last night or last time you visited us, Valerie. I'm so glad it's finally going ahead. So these are holographic. They are quite thick. They will add a lot of height, but they're smooth. And you use them with purples, you get purple. You use them with greens, you get green. Use them with pinks, you get pink. They're really quite interesting to use. I've used them a lot. And if you are part of my Creative Escape happening next weekend, you will be using these. So that's the holographic resin dots. And then there's the designer paper. And all I have left is 1 6x12 share of the designer paper. Now, this didn't really appeal to me because we're not drinkers. But I thought after I got the paper, I thought, well, it's floral, duh. Green and gold for the holographic. Green and gold together. Yeah, they'd be gorgeous on green and gold. Okay, so these blotches, I think they're meant to stamp the tumblers and then die cut them so you can have drinks in your tumbler without having to color it. And then the dies cut these out as well, I do believe. Don't quote me on that because I don't have them, so I'm assuming. And then there's lemons and limes and strawberries and cherries on that one. And the floral pattern with Timid Tiger on the other side. So that's the designer paper that is called the Celebratory Sips designer paper. Part of a suite, so included in the BOGO sale. And then there's the Floral Impressions suite. All of this is also included in the BOGO sale. Got a decent income tax return, might just have to buy a suite or two, because don't forget, you buy one, you get the second one at 50% off. Rosemary, I just noticed on page 116, the envelope made by DSP. Page 116. 116. Ah, yes. Yeah. So Rosemary is talking about this, where they've made envelopes out of the Kintsugi designer paper. I don't waste a designer paper. Okay, so this one, I have stuff to share. So I do have this entire suite. So it starts off with the Floral Impressions designer paper. And of course, this is a suite, so it's included in the suite sale. And where are the dies? Because I do believe these dies will cut out some of these flowers. Maybe not this sheet. Nope. Not that sheet. Okay. We have that. And then there's neutrals on the other side, which is kind of fun. This paper makes really nice fault line cards. It is pretty paper. I agree with you. And look at Valerie. It's almost trees. And this one, all I had is this little tiny piece left because I've used so much of it. I love this. And then that one. Now this one is different colors. This is got blues on one side. Now you can't see it on here either, but it's not all of these colors. I think it goes pink, yellow, green, blue, if I do remember correctly. So that's Floral Impressions. That's part of the suite. And then I did not get the foiled frames and labels. I did get the Pretty in Pink and Strawberry Slush gems, though. And these are gorgeous. So there's Pretty in Pink, Strawberry Slush, and Clear. And they have gold flakes in them. They are rounded. They got a bit of a texture on the top of them. And they are about medium height. So they will add height to your card. But, oh man, they're so pretty on a card. And I like the fact that there's clear. So if you wanted, you could take the clear ones, use your Stampin' Blends on them, and have any color you want. Pressed flowers. So here's that pressed flowers, where the pressed flowers embossing folder came in. It's part of this suite. So you can get this at 50% off. And then there is the Impressions of Bloom stamp set and dies. Now this is the one that has the funky oval on it and a bunch of standalone dies, but the standalone dies are the inside, and then there's also the outside that cuts out the stamps. So it's kind of a bit of a different stamp set. There's leaves that do the same thing. There's flowers. There's a whole bunch of little flowers. This is a flower center. So you cut it out, and then you put the bumpy one in the middle, and it will give you bumps when you cut your flower center out. And I've got a couple of samples for you. And there's the stamp set. Isn't that pretty? All right, so this one was from Chris Carmichael. And there's the pressed flowers. Now she's used the deboss side on hers. So I'm going to take it out of here so you can see. There's that embossing folder. And she used the deboss side, and it's amazing. And all she did was put a strip of the designer paper and the words on there, and you get a gorgeous card. So there's that one. And this one is Laura Buchler from Vancouver Island. And she used a bunch of die cuts. There's that gorgeous paper on there, some flat pearls, in color flat pearls. This one is by Diane Inkster, and she did the faux ribbon technique down the side of hers. And then she stamped in the background. So she just used this stamp and this stamp and just stamped tone on tone, and then die cut a couple of the leaves. And she's using the strawberry slush embellishments on that. And then I'll show you the front of this one, but I'm not showing you the inside because this is my Magic Marquee Fun Fold. So I'm not showing you the inside, but this uses the whole suite. Well, except that it uses rhinestones. And then this one is by Hetty Jones, and it uses the same bundle. And there you can see you die cut the outside of the flower, and then you put the other piece of the die inside, and it puts those lines in there, and there's the center. Remember I said you cut the circle out and put the other piece inside so that you get the dots in the center. And this is a fun fold. Isn't that cute? So that's the Floral Impressions suite. And yes, it is part of the BOGO. It is part of the BOGO. All right, moving on. Let's put this over there. I don't have anything with the piggy. Sorry. Scenic Adventures. Well, this is the other one that I'm using for the Creative Escape. But I have a couple of cards that are not part of the Creative Escape to show you. So this is Mountains and Trees. Valerie. Oh, Valerie. Is Valerie home? Mountains and Trees. And there's the stamp set. So this is a card. I think this is Leanne's card. My friend Leanne did this for the swap that we're in. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this. And then this one is by Tina Zink. And this is from the Orlando swap. So she's got Mickey in there. Isn't that cute? Tina is really good at sunsets and silhouette cards. So she's blended this background and then used this die. She used that die there to cut the moon and punch some stars in there. And use the trees and the mountains. Now this stamp set also comes with these two little stamps or dies. You see those? That make a campfire. Is that not adorable? Okay, so that's that one. And then this one is by Jen Bach from the Orlando swap. She used Wink of Stella on the trees there. Look at how they glitter. Isn't that gorgeous? So she's just stamped the trees in the background, and die cut trees, hand ripped a hill, and that's the birch bark embossing folder in the background, I do believe. Yeah. That's what that is. So if you are not participating in my Spring Creative Escape, but you would like to make the cards, there is a tutorial only option to get the tutorials for all 6 of the main cards. And then You just get it's this bundle and the Gallery Blooms bundle is what I'm using. Okay, more messages. I don't remember which cards I've used this on, but it is a stamp, one stamp. And you stamp it, and then there's one die. So you stamp it, and then you lay it over top like this. One fell swoop, and you've got all of these sayings. You can do it all at once. Or, I haven't even put the label on it yet. Or you can stamp part of it and cut them out individually. When I cut this out, I kept the negatives. So if I have another stamp set and I want a sentiment and I want to use this, then I just put this over top of the sentiment. So I would just grab this and say I want to use Just Breathe, take it slow. I would just do this until I found one that I liked that worked and made it. And it fit on there. So just, if you get this, keep the negative as well, because it's useful. It is. Okay, I'm gonna put that in there. So this is the More Messages bundle. Now these things are not part of a suite, so they are not included in the BOGO sale. Okay. Next, sentimental framing. I have the dies, and I've used them, but the card is down the other end. I forgot to bring it. So they cut out big frames. And I have one sample card that uses the biggest frame, uses that frame, and then this piece from the middle to do that. And then it's got some designer paper woven through there. Don't we have one like the More Messages? Not one that we used to have one that cut out all of the messages at the same time, but we don't have that. It's not current anymore. Pop and Buy. I have a sample, but it's still up on my wall. Sunrise Sailing. Oh, yes. You may remember that I have used this one a lot because this one really makes my heart happy. So it is a triple bundle. There is a hybrid embossing folder. There's the dies. There's two sets of dies. This makes waves. And then there's the stamp set. So the die for this fits in the embossing folder right here like this. And then when you run it through, you die cut and emboss. So you can stamp it first, run it through, die cut and emboss it at the same time. Oops, something is falling here. So that's what that is. Now I've done most of these online, or I will be doing them. So there's this one. I did the technique with ripping the glimmer paper in the background there. And then this one I will be doing Facebook Live on the 9th of June. I just did that with the Sunshine Club Stamp Crafts on Wednesday. And then this one I did, and it's a very easy sunset and silhouette because that's designer paper. And this is a sample by Chrissy Graham. And I love how she did a porthole card. I love porthole cards. I've done them quite a bit. And that one is fun. And then she stamped the inside. So there's also the stamps. These, you can put color in your sails. And this one. So I have stamped, die cut, and embossed that. You can't see it, but it is embossed. And then there's the embossing folder in the background. So that is sunrise sailing. And what else? We're getting close. I don't have anything sweet jars. I have blooming phrases, and I've used it a little bit. So these are meant to use as sentiments, but you can also like stamp. This one says just because. So you stamp it, and then you take one of the flowers and you can put flowers at the end of the stems. So you put it like this, and you'd have that, and then a flower at the end, and then there's some leaves that you can pop in there. This looks like a mustache to me. I don't know what it's for, but it looks like a mustache. Anyways, I have used these on a couple of cards, but I don't remember which ones. So that's why I don't have any samples. So the only thing, two things left in my tickle trunk is the flower garden foil paper. Now this is embossed foil. So you get silver and two patterns. There is a floral pattern and I don't know what kind of pattern that is. You get them in silver. You get them in, oh, that's not silver. They say this is cloud cover. Oh, it does. It is. It's got a blue tinge. So that's cloud cover. Cloud cover. This is pretty in pink, and it's the same patterns in all three colors. And then strawberry slush. And that's down here, right at the very end. And then the only other thing I have is this Irresistible Designs paper. So this is, they've already done the embossed resist thing on there. I'm trying to get it so that my light will catch it so you can see. Can you see the embossed resist on there? There's three patterns. There's floral, there's leaves, and then there's a hexagon type pattern. And you probably, there, you can see a little bit there. So you just sponge color on here, and the shiny bits stay white, and then you put your color on, and then take a tissue paper or a soft cloth and go over the top, and it takes the excess off of the shiny bits, and it really is pretty. I haven't even had a chance to play with that yet. Okay. The only other thing I have to show you is the You Are Remarkable. Now, this is my class that I've got that's open for registration now. This is the card I did last night. Remember, I said I wanted to use those new banner dies instead of that one. Would that not have been cute? And there, I think it would have been, but I didn't. So this is a double spanner card using You Are Remarkable. This was another fun fold I did. This one is it's a pop-out panel card. And that uses You Are Remarkable. And then here's the one I just did on Tuesday night. And this is also You Are Remarkable. So there we go. Put this in that. Oh, you should see how organized I am. Now I can get my machine and we'll do the bacon tape. And I'll grab some extra cardstock. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find cardstock that's already cut there. Shy Shamrock. Because I'm going to run the kintsugi through so you can see what the kintsugi looks like. I didn't want to do it white because it's difficult to see, but this will show it really good. And then I'm going to show you how to make the make and take. Now, Susan, if you're still there, I did get your message that you wanted a make and take kit, and I have one left. So you can hop over and pick it up. All right, so this is the Kintsugi embossing folder, also known as Join Together. And there's what it does. Look at all the texture on there. And you see it leaves the streaks. And that's what Connie was saying, that she put glue in there and put gold gold flakes on there. But you could also use Tombow, put Tombow in there and do gold embossing powder. And you can use either side. That's the deboss side. And that's the emboss side. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. Okay. Okay, time to stamp because I've talked enough. Susan, I know you want the kit, but will you have time to stamp? Because I have the kit for you, but I'm not allowed to stamp for you. I can do your die cuts and your embossing, but you'll have to have a couple of minutes to do the stamping, or you can take it home and use something else. Okay, so I am going to be using Secret C. I don't know where my garbage can is. Oh. I was trying to figure out which of the 5 colors I wanted everybody to stamp with. And I chose the Secret C because I had a lot of questions about the color and how close it was to black and Night of Navy. So I figured that anybody who came and did the card would be able to take it home and compare it to black and Secret C. And Secret C and Night of Navy. That just sealed the deal, did it, Valerie? Showing you that embossing folder? Okay. So there's the card. I've already cut one out of this, so I'm just going to cut. Oh, let's do the embossing first because I've got my machine set up for embossing. Maybe. Susan asked if we have time, if she can do it on the 7th when she's here for the Creative Escape. Maybe. Depends on how crazy it is. All right, so I'm going to put this on here. This is the Damask embossing folder. Oh, let's shake this up. And instead of using Damask, I'm going to use Kintsugi. I'm going to put this in here. And I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to run that through. Oh, yes. Gorgeous. All right, now change that over to die cutting. And I'm going to die cut my lovely out. Every time I go to use my machine, my chair runs away on me. I didn't get my walk in today. And it's going to be too late to go now. When I walk, I listen to podcasts, true crime podcasts. And it's really funny because where I walk, sometimes I'm all alone in the bush. And I keep my eyeballs open. Because you never know when an axe murderer is going to come out of the bush, right? I know, I'm crazy. Okay, I'm going to put some glue on the back side of this. Hi, Wendy. Oh, let's start this side. Oops. Apparently I'm talked out. I'm not even saying anything. So my You Are Remarkable class is open until the 15th of June to register. And the class is taking place in July. $20 gets you kits for the 3 cards. If you live out of town, it's plus $5 postage. And if you want to get the stamp set and the card kits, it's $35 plus postage if you live out of town. There is a tutorial only option. And if you are part of my monthly tutorial subscription at $15 a month, why is this strawberry slush? Apparently, I was making mine out of strawberry slush. Interesting. Oh, well. We will do it. This isn't even the same card. As long as the cards are, yep, same size. Okay. I have Secret C here, but I'm going to grab strawberry slush. Because that's what color is the cardstock is. And it took me this long to realize that it wasn't Secret C sitting here on my table. For sure, you just don't know. Way late to the party? Yeah, that's okay. You can catch the replay. It will be live on Facebook, my page, and in my VIP group for 30 days. And then Facebook kicks them off. But it's okay because it'll be on YouTube forever. And Fridays, I go back and post, I do a recap and post the links for all of the videos of the week. So they will always be on my page and on my VIP group. There we go. Oh, I got mom on there. Good Lord. Let's see if I can get rid of it. Pinks and reds are really hard to get rid of. There, it's mostly gone. Don't tell anybody. Who's going to know? Okay, so I'm going to stamp the inside and the envelope. Oh, the axe murderer. Yeah, they could jump out and get, yeah, it's like. And I wouldn't hear them because I've got earbuds in. And then I say to myself, don't be so stupid. And then the bushes will rustle. And then I think, frog. I think I'm more afraid there's frogs or snakes than if there's axe murderers. So that's why I do not really like to walk 9 o'clock at night, but I do it. You like that flower, Norma? Me too. Gallery blooms. Part of a suite. Get it 50% off. Okay, now the words. Let me get this so you can see what I'm doing. Have a. So the flowers are from Gallery Blooms. The words are from the other stamp set. What's the other one called? Sweet Blooms. So the one that has the die, the lovely die. Have a day. Just have a day. Have any kind of a day. Have a day. There we go. Right, let's close this before you already have it. Of course you do, because you're smart. Put that and this. We're going to have a day. Yes, this is part of my creative escape. This bundle. And those that try to find my card base, those that signed up for the creative escape got a chance to order this bundle and get a discount on it. We're going to put the colored cardstock on first. Once I take my fingerprints off. Oh, for gosh sakes, I didn't even cut this the right size. Pardon me while I just cut this down to size. I hope this works. Should have just grabbed another card kit. I don't know what I was thinking when I made this one. But we're going to make it work. Kim likes the flower stamp. Well, it is a pretty bundle. I do agree with you. Okay, oops. See, I cut this out of, oh well. We're going to have a Secret C Lovely on a strawberry slush card. Is that all right? Because you can see the card. I'll get the strawberry slush one out so you can have a look at it with the strawberry slush. Lovely. There you go. Oh, look at that. I did it. Okay, so I'm going to put this over on this side, line up the bottom, give it a bit of a frame all the way around. And then we're going to put lovely right across there-ish. Dimensionals. I did some cleaning today. I found a whole bunch of little pieces of dimensionals, so I stuck them in a bag. Trying to organize myself is getting more and more difficult because I haven't done my spring clean that I usually do. I'm still working on it. Too much to do, too many places to go. All right, Haba. Let's put that on straight Mollet. Have a day. Have a lovely day. And we're going to put that right there. Now, I'm looking for the bling. Cloud cover bling. Why not? Let's just give 3 of our ink colors on the same card. Put that there. Put this up here. Put that on there. We're done. Just have to put the inside in. Quick and easy card that takes no time at all. Takes longer to cut the pieces than it does to create the card. And just goes to show you that you can use any color, any embossing folder, any embellishment, and you're done. Hello, Dimity. You are late and I am done. Because I've been doing this for 2 hours now. It's time to get rid of me. So there it is. Strawberry Slush, Secret C, Timid Tiger, Cloud Cover, and Darling Duckling, and then our hybridized one that uses Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Cloud Cover. So which of these is your favorite? Is it the hybrid one? Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Cloud Cover, or Darling Duckling? I'm trying to think if there's anything I needed to tell you. Okay, so I'm going to go back through the comments for both, and those that have commented will have their name in the Just for Coming draw. So if you are watching and you have not commented, you need to comment so I know you're here and I can put you in the Just for Coming draw. Janet likes the hybrid one. There is a treasure hunt one, and if you filled out the treasure hunt, make sure you get it to me. I got Connie and Janet's and all the people that were here this afternoon. Holly likes Timid Tiger. Valerie likes lime green and orange. I didn't do a lime green and orange one, but those are your favorite colors. That would work too. So I will see what's today. Today is Thursday. Saturday, when I do this, when I come on for scrapbooking, we'll draw Just for Coming and we'll draw the treasure hunt. So there's a $15 product credit just for coming. There's a $15 product credit for doing the treasure hunt. Now, if you comment and you don't live in Canada, I can't give you this, but I will still send you a card and I will keep drawing till I find somebody who does live in Canada. And then you have until June the 3rd at 6:00 at night. So I'm allowing you long enough to be able to order for the sweet BOGO sale. And everybody who places an order will go into a draw for a $20 product credit on a future order. And I will be drawing that on June the 4th during my Scrapbook Live. Susan likes Darling Duckling. Yay! Ooh, way over my head. Secret Sea and Cloud Cover, but all are lovely. Norma likes Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, and the hybrid one. Dimity likes Timid Tiger, Strawberry for Connie, hybrid for Susie. Oh, good. Lots of choices. Awesome. All right. So if you have not commented, make sure you do, because I'm going to go within a half an hour. I'm going to go back and write everybody who was Just for Coming. So if you're watching the replay, I'm sorry, but you won't be in the draw because it's now. It's not watch the replay. It's live. And the treasure hunt, you still have until tomorrow to get the treasure hunt to me. Allison likes Strawberry Slush. Sorry, what is a BOGO sale? Okay, Kim. So starting June the 3rd and running till June the 30th, there is a sweet BOGO sale. So all of the products and all of the sweets and all of the products in the sweets are buy one, get one at 50% off. You're very welcome, Susie. Lena likes the tiger one. So you can buy a sweet and get a sweet at 50% off, or you can buy something in the sweet and get something else in that sweet or a different sweet at 50% off. So the 50% applies to the lower price of the two products. So if you want to get a bundle, say you wanted to get the one I just used. What is this one called? If you wanted to get the Sweet Blooms bundle, you would buy the dies at whatever price the dies are, and then you get the stamp set at 50% off. So if you want to place an order and get your name in that draw, you have until June the 3rd at 6:00 p.m. either to send your order to me and I will happily place it for you, or be included in the group order that's going in then. Or you can place it through yourself using me as the demonstrator, and then your name will go in to the draw for placing an order, and somebody's going to win a $20 product credit. You're welcome, Norma. My voice is dying. Hang on. I got this iced tea and it's really good. I was impressed. It's got no sugar. It's sweetened with sucralose. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you, Susan. You too. Any other questions? All right. Well, thanks so much, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and your day tomorrow. And I will see you Saturday at 7:30 p.m. for some scrapbooking. Is it fizzy? No, it is not fizzy, Norma. No fizzy. It's flat iced tea. And if you are part of my team or part of one of my Silver Sisters teams, don't forget it is the SSS Super Team event happening live on Facebook on Saturday, starting at like 7:45 a.m. Pacific time and going until 3:45 in the afternoon. And if you want to know how to be part of that, join my team. You still have 2 more days to get the starter kit, Happy Shopper kit, at $135 for $220 worth of product of your choice. Your choice, not Stampin' Up's, not my choice, whatever you want to order. Yep. It is a good bargain for anybody that has a wish list of things that is at least $100, because once you get your starter kit, you get, so 220, 135, what is that? $85 in free stuff you're getting, plus no shipping, and only PST, not GST. And any order you place after that, you get a minimum of 20% off. And you still earn host rewards. And you're part of my team, so you get my monthly tutorial subscription for free and all the other stuff that goes along with it. You are very welcome from Miss Enabler Extraordinaire, Valerie. You're welcome, Diana. Oh, Lena, have fun in Nanaimo on Saturday. So I had all the girls. Valerie has your stuff and she will get it to you on Saturday. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I will see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.